have no prosecutor today. Court does call the case. People versus Jennifer Gallara.
I apologize, Your Honor. I'm on the record for another court. I apologize.
You're in front of another judge
Yeah.
that they like better than me? Fine. No, we'll get right to it tomorrow. Court calls the case. People versus Justin Chiachari. I probably pronounced that all wrong.
Good morning, Your Honor. Oscar Rodriguez for, I believe it's Justin Katari.
Katari. Okay.
Yes.
And Mr. Katari, can you state your name, please, since both counsel and I have butchered it?
Yes, it's Justin Katari.
Okay. All right. Okay. And what are we doing on this?
Your Honor, today is the time set for sentencing in this case. And
Right.
go ahead. We reviewed the recommendation of the probation officer, and sort of just generally speaking, my client wants to move on from this, and he knows he's made a mistake, and he can talk about that. But we have no issues with the recommendation of the probation officer. We think it's appropriate. I do want to add that there have been 5 months of complete compliance with absolutely no issues with the scram tether. My client has no problem continuing with that scram tether as directed by the court. And that's where we're at, to make it sort of short and sweet. He has a full-time job that he's had for quite some time. Look, this was more than a year and 5 months since, I believe, the incident. No issues as well. And Mr. Katari has learned a lot from this.
Mr. Katari, anything you want to tell the court before I impose sentence?
I would just like to say that I've definitely learned my lesson. Wearing this monitoring device and seeing my colleagues and the doctors that visit our lab, the way they look and treat me, I would honestly just like to move forward and prove to the court and yourself that whatever you deem is necessary, I will do.
All right. And I guess the good thing is, Mr. Katari, you can always look at this as being a bad thing, but the very fact of the level of your BAC and the fact that there was a crash of the vehicle, frankly, from my standpoint, I'm glad I'm here to be able to pronounce a sentence to you. Okay, and I think you understand what I mean by that.
Yeah, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving video really opened my eyes. That was a very good video.
Yeah. Kind of tells the truth of everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe that there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. Specifically, the alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient substance abuse treatment, attendance at AA meetings, and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to prevent recidivism and monitor compliance of recommended treatment and to promote change. It's the sentence of the court. I'm going to place you on probation for a period of 18 months. You're to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, and $540 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that, sir?
Today.
Today? All right. I'll put today, but just make sure it gets in by Friday, if you would.
Okay, not a problem.
All right. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random screening as requested by probation. You are to complete an outpatient substance abuse program, including all recommended aftercare with status reports to probation. You are to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victims impact panel attendance to probation. I will continue to scram tether for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended. All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Court does call the case. People versus Brandon Nash.
Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Nash.
Brandon Nash, I don't have him.
I'll go.
Once again, where are you going?
Can I go try to find him?
Yeah, you work? Okay, well, good luck on that. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $7,500. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately.
I spoke with him twice this week. I mean, I think he could be, there's a lot of weather problems out there, Judge.
Oh, you think it's the weather?
Could affect internet service.
Well, welcome to Michigan. All right, thank you. Court calls the case. People versus Nicholas Stimmel. Now, you know that if Rita Young made it here, there is no problem with the weather. I'm just, anybody's going to make it if she made it. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Rita Young, P44626, appearing on behalf of Mr. Nicholas Alexander Stimmel, sorry, who's present.
Yeah.
Sir, would you state your name for the record?
Nicholas Stimmel.
Thank you. All right. You read over the pre-sentence report?
Yes, Your Honor, we have read over it. There are no corrections. We are asking the court to adopt the recommendation of the probation department. And Mr. Stimmel did indicate that he can pay $555 today.
Yep.
Today.
All right. Sir, is there anything you'd like to say before I impose it?
I just look forward to satisfying the court. Thank you very much. Presumptively.
Yes. It's the sentence of the court. I'm going to place you on 12 months prosecutor deferred sentence. You are to pay $555 fines and court costs, $360 probation oversight fees. You can pay $555 today.
Yes.
And when can you pay the balance?
I was going to do it monthly. I can pay the entire balance. I can pay the entire, what is it, 910? I could pay the entirety today.
9:15.
But I thought that it was the probation was worked into it as well. So I just planned on monthly.
I just asked a question. When the man get paid? He told me he has the money today. Right? And then I don't know what he was talking about.
It's snowing outside.
Oh, it's snowing.
Well, I did
So
think
what
that
are
it
you
was,
trying to tell me?
I thought it was the monthly probation was worked into
It
that.
is. We like to get it up
Well,
front.
if you need to have your money up front, you can do that.
If it were my money, you'd be paying it right now. Can you pay it all today, sir?
That could be a whole other situation. You know?
Yes, it could. But you can pay it today?
Yes.
The whole of
Thank you,
Yes.
the whole thing. Thank you. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete an anger management class as directed by probation. There is to be no contact with Reggie Harrell, directly or indirectly. There's to be no assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior on your part. You are not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. I'll set a review hearing. That's to be held December 9th, 2026 at 9 a.m. I'll order 93 days in jail. That is suspended. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Young, and long time no see.
Yes, Judge.
And if you're not back before the holidays, please have a joyous, blessed, happy holiday.
Same to you and your staff as well, Judge, and thank you so very much. And I'll be back in the spring.
In the spring, going into hibernation, I'll be back. Court calls the case. People versus Benjamin. Is it Tatro? Tatro.
Morning, Your Honor. For the record, Roger Cayley, P48811, appearing on behalf of Mr. Tatro, standing to my right.
Your name, sir?
Ben Tatro.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, we have had the opportunity to review the progress report and the pre-sentence investigation report. It is accurate. The recommendations are fine with my client.
10 minutes in, and this courtroom has already seen everything. Missed defendants, weather excuses, tense payment arguments, and a judge who isn't letting anything slide. Each case is moving fast, and every answer matters more than the last. One slip, one hesitation, and the energy in the room shifts instantly. This judge expects accountability, and she makes it clear with every ruling. If you were standing at that podium, do you think you'd handle the pressure? Tell us below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more courtroom moments.
I'd like to say a few words on his behalf.
You may.
Well, thank you, Judge. Mr. Tatro is actually taking this very seriously. He started attending AA in mid-July. He's probably attended 140 meetings. He's now chairing meetings once a week, sometimes twice. He's totally changed his life. In the meantime, obviously his driver's license was suspended for 30 days, so his main job is on hold for another couple of weeks. But he is currently working part-time for a snow removal company and things of that nature. He's learned a very valuable lesson from this judge, and we're asking to adopt the recommendations.
Sir, is there anything you want to tell me before?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient substance abuse treatment, attendance at AA meetings, and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. It is therefore the sentence of the court that you are placed on probation for a period of 12 months. You are to pay $855 fines and costs, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery cost, $360 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that, sir?
90 days, Your Honor.
Yeah. No. Do you have anything today?
I'm afraid not, Your Honor.
Okay. That's because of your work situation. Is that
Yes, sir.
the issue? All right. What I will do then is I'll make this payable February 28th, 2026. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be no use of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete an outpatient substance abuse program, including all aftercare recommendations with status reports to probation. You're to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victims' impact panel attendance to probation, continue to sober link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Court does call the case. People versus Crystal Barnes.
Good morning, this is Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Barnes. Should be on Zoom.
Yes, she is. Ms. Barnes, can you state your name, please?
Crystal Denise Barnes.
Thank you.
Today is the date and time set for sentencing. We don't have any changes to the PSI, and we do ask that you adopt the recommendation.
Ms. Barnes, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, sir.
All right. On count 1, the attempted resisting and obstructing, sentence of the court, 24 months probation, $555 fines and court costs, $720 probation oversight fees. I'll get to the payment in a while after I pronounce sentence on the rest of these. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the behavior modification class or comparable class. There's to be no assaultive or threatening or intimidating behavior on your part. You're not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. I'll order 365 days in jail that is suspended. On count 2, the retail fraud second degree, 24 months probation, $480 fines and court costs, $299.90 restitution to target payable through the court. You are not to go to any Target stores in the state of Michigan. You are to comply with all other terms as set forth in count 1, and I'll order 365 days in jail suspended on that count. On count 3, the assault and battery, I'll place you on 24 months probation, $555 fines and costs. You are to comply with all terms as set forth in count 1. I'll order 365 days in jail that is suspended.
Your Honor,
Yes.
count 3 is a 93-day offense.
It
That's
is.
an error.
You're correct.
So if you could correct.
Yes, it's 93 days in jail suspended.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, how are you intending on getting these fines and costs and restitution paid?
I can pay $100 on Friday. Towards restitution, I'll need another 30 days for the balance.
So you can pay $100 Friday.
Friday.
That needs to be in cash, and that's gonna go toward the restitution. Then how are you gonna get the rest of the fines and costs and everything paid? And the balance of the restitution?
What's the balance?
Somebody want to give me a total? Hmm? $2,600. $2,609.90.
Oh, no. I thought we were talking about what I have to pay to Target. I need a long time to pay that.
All right, so you'll owe $199.99 to Target after you pay the 100. When can you get that paid?
Now that I can get paid in the next 30 days. So I say
That the balance of the restitution, then after you pay the $100 on Friday, is going to be due by by January 12th. 2026. The rest of the payments will be on a payment plan as arranged by probation.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case People versus Michael Bork.
Assistant Public Defender, Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Burke, who is present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute, turn on your camera and state your name for the court?
Michael Burke.
Hello there, Your Honor. Sorry about that. Michael John Burke.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today's date, time set for sentencing. We have had the opportunity to review the assessment as well as the recommendation. We are asking the court to adopt probation's recommendation. The only request I would make for deviation from the recommendation is I would ask if the court would consider allowing the scram tether to discontinue at this point. To my understanding, Mr. Burke has been on it since July without any violations. So I would just ask if the court would possibly consider that. Other than that, we would ask
If he wants to come in and do 5 days, I will, but otherwise I'm not doing it.
Okay, Your Honor, I was just making the request. Otherwise we'd ask the court to adopt probation's recommendation.
Sir, anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
I just wanted to apologize for the issue that I caused back in May. I've had quite a bit of time to think about it and to also work on my substance abuse issues, and I'm looking forward to continuing.
The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute, however, believes there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient substance abuse treatment. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. Therefore, the sentence of the court, I'll place you on 18 months probation. You are to pay $855 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery cost, $540 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that, sir?
Your Honor, I can make a payment of $200 by Friday. And after that, it would probably be about a year before I could complete that payment in full.
So $200 will be paid this Friday, and then the balance will be on a payment plan as directed by probation. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete outpatient programming at key development, including all recommended aftercare with status reports to probation. You're to provide proof of victim impact panel attendance to probation. I will continue to scram tether for an additional 30 days in lieu of 5 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail, that is suspended. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Burr.
Court calls the case of the people versus Esther Caper. Or Kaplan.
Good morning, Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Ms. Capper. Ms. Capper, state your name for the record, please.
Esther Capper.
Today is the date and time set for sentencing. We did review the pre-sentence report, don't have any changes. We do ask that you adopt the recommendation. I will say on behalf of Ms. Capper, this incident arose right around Christmas time. She was going through a very difficult time, including breast cancer treatment, and was looking for presents for her children. Since then, she's encountered some more struggles, but I know that she is not going to reoffend, or I hope that she's not. So, we don't know anything at this point.
Ma'am, anything you'd like to tell the court before I impose that?
No, sir.
All right. Sentence of the court, $480 fines and costs, 93 days of jail, suspended. When can you get that paid, ma'am?
I can make a payment next week by next Friday, and then I'll set up a payment plan with them after.
Okay, what can you pay next Friday?
I would say at least $100 by next Friday.
How much did you say? You broke
100.
up. All right. $100 by the 19th. And then I need, how much are you going to pay each month, ma'am?
At least $100 each month.
And then I'll indicate $100 per month thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Court calls the case of the people versus Robert Greenshields. So you may have to sit down. Mr. Kilowald is not. He's not present. We have not heard from him yet. So if you have a way of getting contact with him, you may want to try to do that. Okay. Court does call the case of the people, recalls the case, people versus Jennifer Galera.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Amber Lee, P 84377, appearing on behalf of Ms. Galar, who appears via Zoom. Ms. Galar, can you please unmute and state your full name for the record, please?
Jennifer Galara.
All right. And it's okay, Miss Lee. I don't take offense because everybody was telling me like the other judge you were appearing before better than me. And so I just waited. With humility,
true,
I just waited. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you, Your
I'm
Honor.
not
I
that,
apologize.
I'm not that sensitive. Go ahead.
Your Honor, we are in receipt of the recommendation. I did go over that with my client. We don't have any corrections to that.
Scalera, is there anything you'd like to tell the court before I impose that?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm asking that you please don't give up on me. I do take full responsibility for my actions, and I'm truly committed to making real and lasting changes in my life. I've learned from my mistakes. I'm really grateful that nobody was hurt. Really grateful that you were my judge. You were brought into my life at a time that I needed you, so I'm thankful for that. And I just want to thank you for your time and giving me an opportunity to do better.
Well, thank you for those kind words. And Ms. Galera, the one thing that people know about me is it's going to be a rare circumstance that I'm ever going to give up on anybody. And certainly I'm not going to give up on you. I have faith that you're going to work your way through this and that in some way have this become something positive in your life. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. Specifically, the alcohol assessment, screening and assessment identifies the benefit of alcohol education and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment and continued sobriety. Therefore, the sentence of the court, I'm going to place you on 6 months probationary term. You are to pay $855 fine to court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, and $180 probation oversight fees. When can that be paid, ma'am?
This Friday, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Pay that by the 12th. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the alcohol highway safety education class, which you have completed. You're to provide proof of victims' impact panel attendance to probation. You also have completed that. I will continue to sober-link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 5 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. That is suspended.
The last 10 minutes have been packed with pressure. The judge walked defendants through fines, restitution, and deadlines with zero patience for unclear answers. Every pause felt heavy. Every number mattered. And when emotions and money collide in a courtroom, you can feel the tension rise. This is where responsibility becomes real, and the judge's tone makes sure no one forgets it. What moment in this stretch hit you the hardest? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe for the next major turn.